Hello Internet, Rob here from A Minor Error, here with a new review on a brand that I've never had on my channel before. This one is a Jericho Guitars Edge Premium 6 Baritone. Now check out the little chapters down below at the bottom so that you can skip around in the video and get to exactly what you're interested in. It's gonna go demo, we'll talk about the features, the good, the bad, and then my conclusions. Alright, so that was my original demo that I wrote to test out this guitar. For my signal path, I was running a set of Stringjoy strings through a string source guitar cable into a Motu M2 interface. And for my amp sounds, I'm using all Neural DSP products as always. So let's cover the features of this guitar. It features a walnut body with a Wenge neck and fingerboard, neck through construction. It also has hip shot hardware, both locking tuners and the bridge. And for the pickups, we've got Sentient and Nazgul by Seymour Duncan with a 5-way switch, a master tone and a master volume, and no sort of push-pull pots or anything like that. This guitar has a Wenge top to go along with that Wenge neck and Wenge fingerboard, so there's a lot of Wenge on this guitar, and it has an open pore finish. Since this guitar has an open pore finish and that Wenge has really deep pores, basically any part of the guitar that has Wenge on it, you're gonna have open pores. It's not perfectly smooth. I like the cosmetic look. I think it's pretty sweet. You've also got 24 stainless steel frets with no markers on the fingerboard, just along the top edge of the neck. Now let's talk about the good things about this guitar. I think the biggest thing about this guitar that I love is just the overall look and vibe. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's sort of modern and aggressive and definitely would fit a either metal band or like a hard rock kind of a band. I love the pairing of those Seymour Duncan passive pickups along with the Hipshot hardware. Hipshot hardware is great. It's bulletproof, it's gonna last, it's dependable. I love that this guitar has stainless steel frets as well. They're gonna last forever. copper. Stainless steel really is kind of the way to go now. I don't know why any company would be offering any premium guitar with nickel frets. They just wear so much faster. Although technically I think I actually prefer the tone of nickel over the stainless steel for the fact that they're gonna last forever. I really love that they've got stainless steel frets on it. I also really like the hip shot locking tuners. The little gold thumb screws on the back of the locking tuners are a real classy touch and a nice attention to detail. The overall fit and finish of the guitar is absolutely fantastic as well. Cosmetically, mine was perfect. It plays absolutely fantastic. I think the tone really speaks for itself. This guitar sounds enormous, and I love it for both rhythm and leads. The 5-way switch makes this guitar pretty versatile as well. You're going to be able to get at some of those more Strat-like split coil tones, which I personally love and use a lot in my original music. And I like that they didn't go with like a push-pull pot and a 3-way switch or something like that. I really don't dig that. I like just a simple 5-way switch. I think it's quicker and easier, and it's what I personally prefer. So now that we're about halfway through this video, if you're digging it, please hit like and subscribe, do all the other YouTube BS, helps my channel continue to grow. Here, a minor error is the creative home for everything that I do musically, which is original, progressive metal, instrumental music. It's also product reviews and talking head videos like this, as well as free music lessons. I also recently put out a new single called World Minus One this past November. If you've got 6 minutes of your life and you want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, I would love it if you checked out my tune, little link, and yada yada. All right, let's get back to the review. And for the bad things. So this guitar weighs 1,000,000 freaking pounds. I'm not kidding, it's insanely heavy. I cannot believe how heavy this guitar is. It makes an old school solid body Les Paul seem like a Strandberg. It's so freaking heavy, this guitar. Especially mine being the baritone, because it means that the neck is extra long. It's just tons of extra weight there. So if you're gonna be playing long sets, if you're gonna be on stage for almost an hour, this guitar might be a backbreaker. I also don't really like the ergonomics of the instrument. With this guitar, clearly the styling came first. I'm not really interested in playability or comfort. You know, sitting down with that smaller lower horn, it's very uncomfortable, and with this really long baritone neck, you know, the whole thing is just a little bit of a cumbersome package. For standing, it is a little bit better, but again, it weighs a ton. So if you're gonna be playing a long set, or if you're, let's say, in a cover band or something where you're doing multiple sets in a night, not sure if this is the guitar for you. Probably wouldn't be the guitar for me, but I'm an old man and I have back problems. The last negative would be the price, except that I think this guitar is actually the best used guitar, or now marked down guitar, on the market. So I don't really know anything about the history of Jericho or even what is going on with the company, but right now in February 2021, when I'm on the website, this guitar is supposed to retail for over $2,200, and they've got it marked down to $1,500 on their website. I found mine for under $1,000 on Musician's Friend. So this guitar represents an absolutely insane value for money. I personally wouldn't pay the $2,200 for it, although the build quality is there. I think this guitar company kind of runs into similar problems as like new startups in like the exotic car market. Why are you gonna go spend $600,000 on not a Ferrari when you could just go buy a Ferrari? I think this brand runs into that same problem. Why spend $2,200 on a Jericho when I could go to Kiesel and get a custom guitar with specifically what I want and the look and everything for that exact same amount of money, if not less, or go buy an Ibanez, or go buy an Ernie Ball, or go buy a Strandberg. I don't know, there's just a million other brands that I would consider way before Jericho. Even if the features are premium, you know, the tone woods here I think are fantastic. I love the hardware selection, the pairing with the pickups. I think the guitar is really cool and looks great. That's just too much money for me personally for a basically mass-produced guitar. I would go with a Kiesel at that price point, in my opinion.